Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
It's is it heavy? I tried to live stream last night and I couldn't. Just felt like I was processing something, and I woke up this morning, and I normally don't stream on Thursdays because it's the day that we do our big calls with our group. But I just there's something in the atmosphere this morning. Breakthrough's coming. But this is not about a particular date. This is about a wave that's coming. Like it's not even it's here. And I understand how it looks. In a lot of respects, it doesn't look good, right? It looks super bad and hopeless and like nothing's ever going to turn around. But the title of the video is Breakthrough's Coming. I think Breakthrough's here. It's here and I can feel it. Hey, Michelle. One second. There's some pretty interesting signs that are pointing to breakthrough. Even just in, I want to talk about a couple things, but the NBA and the NHL both just wrapped up. And there was 2 Miami teams that were playing in the finals. And as soon as I saw that the number 8 seeds were playing number 1 seeds, both in the NHL and the NBA, both in the finals, I knew something was up. And so when you have 1 and 8, that equals 9. 9 in Gematria means truth. So you have a double portion of truth, like it's already been confirmed, right? When God shows something twice, it means this is not something I'm thinking about. This has been decided. And I think the outcome is a positive sign. It's pointing to 45 coming back. Well, how can you say that? Watch. But both Miami teams lost. Did they? What's the goal of an election? Goal of an election is to get to 270 electoral votes, not to win the populist vote, right? Most people kind of wave this flag of like, oh, did you win the most, like, did you get the most votes? It doesn't matter. It matters if you got to 270 electoral votes. That's what matters. And people miss this. It's like this just goes over people's heads. And it's like, okay. Both Miami teams won their conference. Okay, the objective is to win the states that give you 270 electoral votes. They won, both Miami teams won their region. The objective in a federal election is to win the regions you need to win. It's not about winning the big prize of having the most votes. It's about having the right number of states that give you the right electoral votes to win. That's all that matters. You don't need 275 or 280 or 300. All you need is 270. As soon as you break 270, nobody gives a flying crap about anything beyond that. It doesn't matter. It's of no consequence. And so I believe that the signs that have just played out in the NHL and the NBA actually point to Trump winning. I really do. Just plain and simple. I mentioned about the nines, okay? You had both 8 seeds from Miami make it to the finals. 8 represents like new beginnings. Okay, like new season. There was 2 of them. They both finished 8th. And there's even a sequence here. Both finals were 5-game series in which the winning team has to win 4 out of 5 games. Well, that happened. So you have 4 and 5, 45, but you have another 9 there too in both series. Not to mention that Denver again has won another championship. Why does that matter? What do you think of when you think of Denver? Mile High City, you think of mountains. Denver has now won 3 major championships. Stanley Cup last year, National Lacrosse Championship last year, and the Denver Nuggets now. And I don't think the Nuggets are done. There's something about this team, like, I think they're going to win more. What are we looking at? We're looking where we need to start taking the mountains. Well, there's literally been 3 championships in the mountains. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 4 more, but you can look at it as the guy who owns those teams also owns the Los Angeles Rams. They won last year. Like, there's something going on here. And just like I can see, I'm having a hard time explaining this, but I can see the sequence in the order in the signs here. In the series that the Florida Panthers played with the Vegas Golden Knights, that was a 5-game series. But to get to the finals, Florida won in 4 games, and Vegas won in 6. So you've got 46. In the NBA, 46 would represent where we are right now. In the NBA, Denver won their series to get to the finals in 4 games, but Miami won it in 7. So you've got 47. You've literally got 45, 46, and 47 through this. You've got multiple 9s, multiple 8s. The 2 Miami teams making it, that's not a coincidence. Mar-a-Lago is not far from Miami. The Governor's Mansion is nowhere close to Miami. It's like in Jacksonville or something. Or way up north in Florida. Like, this sign is really obvious. And just more breakthroughs coming. I've been having this reoccurring vision. Sorry, guys, I'll get to the comments in a second here. I just need to get this out. I keep having this reoccurring vision of a breakthrough for me that would be like, and I'm not even trying to have the vision. It just keeps popping up in my spirit again and again and again and again. And this is something where it's like this is the kind of stuff people make movies about. Because these are stories that you just don't, like, this stuff doesn't happen in real life for most people. So, like, breakthroughs coming. And I also kind of wanted to apologize, too, because, you know, as a prophet, you can feel stuff is coming. You sense things and perceive things and see things that other people just don't see. And I don't know if people get it about the end of 2024, like what's coming, what's opening up, what's happening. like not bad stuff. There's good stuff coming. And so in my spirit, I can feel like these small groups that I'm supposed to that we're supposed to be doing, and I can feel that we're supposed to have more people in my group. And I've just been trying to, like, how do I convey the urgency to people to get them to take action? And then I realized, and it's funny, like almost everyone who joins my group or joins our group says this. I'll get messages and it'll be like, first time I saw you, you just resonated, saw the anointing on your life. I know who you are, and I just need to be part of this group. So I don't want to force it, because really people either get it or they don't. They want to be part of our group or they don't. They want to be in our small groups or they don't. People either understand or they don't. They either want to help themselves or they don't. They either feel a call or they don't. So I've lowered the prices. Not because the value's not there, but I created a $75 level. Oh, sorry, 1 second again. I created a $75 level. I reopened the $97 level to get on our big calls, and we're having a big call tonight. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we do these, I say big group calls, like it's everyone who's part of our Patreon. Everyone who's in our group, like we all get together on these big calls, and then there's the small groups. The small groups are different. There's a higher cost for those, because it's the cost God gave me, honestly, for that. So I'm not changing that at the moment. So you can get on our big calls for $75 a month, $95 or $97 or $149. You pick, you choose, whatever. And there's a call from June 1st that we did that is like, it's the foundation for everything we're doing going forward. Because until we have our internal identity, until we know who we are, until we're making the correct we're thinking right and making the correct declarations, and just there's some phenomenal wisdom that was released in that call. If you do join our group, watch that June 1st call. I wouldn't suggest doing that. Like, I wouldn't watch it today. I would join our live call and then watch June 1st another day. I just want the right people here, and I want them to come. And I'd asked about a lower tier even than 75, and I felt super uneasy about that in my spirit. And I'm really I'm very intuitive and prophetic, and I think sometimes we overthink things and we second guess things, and we just it's like, why don't we just believe and just trust and stop overthinking things and taking action and just trusting that God's gonna guide our steps. Have to kill me first. I'm worried about you. Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. Really. If you're concerned because I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I can feel whatever this is in the spiritual atmosphere. Trust me, I'm fine. I'm very good. God will send them. You don't have to force anything. Favor is already there. Yeah, exactly. And I talked to somebody else who joined yesterday. They say the exact same thing. You get it. You understand it. You just have this annoying, like, verbatim, everyone who joins our group, it's like they all say the same thing about me, and I'm like, why am I forcing this? Michelle, I'm glad you are. Misha, the gift of a prophet, seer, dreamer, etc. is very intense. A lot comes with the gift, especially the urgency. That is spot on. And sometimes that urgency gets misconveyed, or sometimes, some people be like, you're really arrogant. It's like, no, I just know who I am and I know why I'm here. And there's no reason to be bashful about that. And I'm elated because, like, for the first time in my life, in 38 years that I've been alive, like over the last 8 months, like, I know why I'm here. I know what my purpose is. I'm walking in it. How do you not be joyful about that? Like, just very freeing. So I know Misha understands. Eric Harris, good to see you. For the vision is yet an appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That, and even the verse before that, about writing the vision and making it plain. Lots of people, you're picking up stuff in your spirit. You need to be writing it out. There's power in writing this stuff out. Hitler exploited this better than most Christians ever do. And I bring that up because he literally wrote in a book what was going to happen before it happened. But what most people also miss is 45 wrote a book too. A lot of people haven't read. We must be prepared for the assignment, not just for the wealth. Everyone can't bear the burdens and stand tall without complaints. Being strong is a skill. I would suggest there's lots of skills that we need. I look at people and it's great that people dream big, right? But for example, like, somebody would be like, well, I believe God's going to give me CNN. It's like, bro, you have no skills to run CNN. You don't run your household or your job well. Never mind, like, having the skills or experience or capacity to run a major news network. That's what I mean about part of the urgency and, like, getting ready. It's like, when David showed up on the battlefield, he didn't show up as some, like, dumb luck kid and, hey, I'm going to chuck this rock and I'm going to see what happens. The dude killed bears and lions with his bare hands, like, tore them apart. And so when he saw Goliath on the battlefield, I believe he fought bears that were 12 feet tall, so that when he showed up on the battlefield and saw Goliath was only 9.5, he's like, oh, this is no big deal. I fought dudes that are this. Like, it was no big thing to him because the practice was harder than the game. Killing Goliath was easier than dealing with the bears. And so I have this urgency in my spirit of, like, hey, people need to start developing skill sets and making connections and being part of community. Like, it's sometimes hard to explain this stuff. I feel the urgency to create all these small groups in our group so that there's more community being created, because that community is going to be really important, because when the end of 2024 happens and the doors start to open and all these things start to happen, it's like, you need to know the people that you need to be divinely connected with. And I have these reoccurring visions about how, by referral, other people are brought into our group of, like, this person's a billionaire and this person's a billionaire, and, oh, this person runs such and such a corporation or company, or, like, and people get the vision. And it's like, of course I have this urgency because I keep trying to tell people, like, hey, you need to join. And I would do it sooner than later because, there's going to be limited spots in the post wealth transfer group, and I need to get a chance to know people, to see them and to see if they're going to be a good fit or not, and see if I can recognize in my spirit the ones who, like, I can recognize in my spirit the ones who are called to be part of our group. But you're not going to be able to come at the end of 2024 and say, hey, I'm rich now and I'm ready. It's like, well, who are you? So it's like, come get known. That's why I feel urgency. Because I feel like I feel it. I'm a forerunner. Like, I don't know if people understand this. I had dreams. I think Kim Clement was the earliest on 45. I'm pretty sure he was. But I was having dreams about 45 in 2013. Like, even before Lance Wall. And this isn't to say I'm better than Lance. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I pick up stuff and sense it really early on. The Bashir nuclear power plant. I had been given a word about that 18 months before Chris Reed had shared it on Morningstar. And at the time, nobody else was talking about it. I am a forerunner. I'm aware of that. So I want to do a better job of communicating some of this stuff so that people understand why there's urgency and why I'm saying some of these things and why I'm doing it. And, you know, I'm learning, I'm getting better. I'm developing more skills, and it's by the end of 2024, like, I'm going to be at 11 out of 10, but I've already gone from a 3 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10. And even that's a huge, huge step. And I think sometimes people aren't aware beforehand how much actually goes into those kind of changes. It's definitely here. I feel it more in the spirit. I've literally been feeling the heart of the Lord, allowing me to feel like, see when it hurts him. Hey, Heather, it's good to see you too. June halftime show, just like he told me. Yeah, I've been feeling that too. Luis, good to see you. Man, you guys are acting today. Will, Liam, it's good to see you. Kim Clement's prophecy will come true. Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, I don't understand why that is. I think people ignore the process. They talked about this a lot, like with the Philadelphia 76ers. But it's true in sports and business and personal development and growth and all these things. It's like there's a process that people need to be going through. And the process, it takes a period of time because it takes time to adjust. Like, I've really wanted to blast through being a 7. Like, I feel like I should be making so much more progress on all this stuff. And I'm realizing sometimes you just kind of need to, like, learn to sustain a new level and build a good foundation at that level before you start pushing for the next thing. I didn't understand this years ago. Now I do, and I get it. And I understand. But this is also why I have the urgency in my spirit for people to start, like, to grow and to get better and to be reading the books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Richest Man in Babylon, Why the Rich Are Getting Richer. For people who are in business and looking to get better in business, Russell Brunson's got 3 books that I think are really helpful, especially Expert Secrets.